Now that we have learned about how to design matrix and network displays, we will be moving on to our next topic, which is methods of exploring. Exploratory refers to the first draft attempts at making sense of qualitative data. The three main topics found in Chapter 6 include methods of documenting fieldwork, which is intended to help the researcher organize large amounts of data that is being collected, emerging salient variables, which is related to identifying and analyzing specific elements of the data, and final report preliminary outlines, which is useful for the researcher with understanding how continuous write-ups and examination of the data contributes to the overall study. Within the topic of methods of documenting fieldwork, the authors provide 6 different methods. I will provide you with a brief description of each study. Method 1 is a data counting log. The data counting log is a record-keeping tool for the types and quantity of data that is being collected. This method is recommended for all qualitative studies. By looking at the data accounting log, the researcher is able to quickly view the data collection that is in progress. This document can also be used for an auditor's reference or as an appendix to the technical report. In this example, the data accounting log lists the different contacts, the dates that they were contacted, and the type of contact. Was it an interview or was it an observation? Method number 2 is the contact summary form. The contact summary form is a summary of the main points made with a specific contact. It serves as a record of the researcher's reflections and impressions. It can also be used as a guide to help plan for the next contact, as a tool to help coordinate the efforts of a study where there are multiple field workers, and also as a method to develop new codes or revise existing ones. From our example in the book, there were 2 different types of summaries that were made from the specific contact. For example, one of the questions asked, what were the main issues or themes that struck you in this contact? The second question asked, summarize the information you got or failed to get on each of the target questions you had for this contact. Method 3 is the case analysis meeting. This method includes meeting with colleagues to summarize the current status of the case. The case analysis meeting is useful for making inferences and generalizations about the data that has been collected. It is an opportunity to receive feedback from colleagues about generalizations and inferences, to view the case from different points of view, and it also serves as a measure for keeping the fieldwork honest. In this example from the book, 2 of the different categories include, number 1, what are the main themes, impressions, or summary statements about what is going on in the case? And number 2, what are some explanations, speculations, hypotheses, propositions, assertions about what is going on in the case? Method 4 is the interim case summary. The interim case summary is a method for helping the researcher see the big picture. It is a synthesis of what the researcher knows about the case through a review of the findings, quality of the data, and future steps for data collection. This method provides the researcher with the opportunity to identify emerging key themes and to audit the current data. In this example from the book, 3 different categories that are listed in this summary include A. Information about the site, B. A brief chronology about a program that was being implemented, and C. The current status of the research questions. Method 5 is the partially ordered meta matrix. This method involves the creation of a master chart that is used to combine data from several cases. This partially ordered meta matrix is the first exploratory step into cross-case analysis. It also allows the researcher to identify trends and concerns. In our example from the book, the author lists the different users of a program, a record of their feelings and concerns, and also different problems that each of the users felt were taking place as a result of the program. Finally, method 6 is the explanatory effects matrix. This method is used as a tool to help answer the cause of certain outcomes. It is the first exploratory step at causation. The data from the explanatory effects matrix is useful for helping to create the plot or overall structure of the research story. From our example in the book, the explanatory effects matrix shows the user or contact, different effects based on the contact's interpretation of how the program is doing, long-run consequences of the program, and then the researcher's explanation as to why the contact provided these comments. And now Elida will be covering the topics related to emergent salient variables and the final report preliminary outlines.